So, things I loved right away in Forza Horizon 2 as a brand new player in 2026. Funny part is, y'all are probably not going to be very surprised by my first answer here, but I love the way the map is, okay? I will break this down in another video, but I gotta say it, I love the driving roads in this map. Like, you guys right now will see me in the Ferrari. I was doing that one event where I had to get to the other Horizon hub. That way I could then get more races unlocked and stuff. This was right after I did the first showcase event. I was like, all right, that's kind of cool how you could travel to each area, like do a road trip. I do like how they did that. It's something I did enjoy with progressing through the entire story. I did really enjoy that. Like, you pretty much have to go, okay, well, you have to go to this location next, and I noticed even getting farther into it, it's still making me do that, which is pretty dope. I like how you actually have to drive to each location. It kind of made me kind of love the map a little bit more because it does take you to different locations in there, and this is something I feel like many players probably really did enjoy a lot. Seeing the sunlight come down and seeing like the cliff's edge and the way this road is designed, dude, I was in love with this road. Like, I can see myself probably driving along this road for hours on end, literally back and forth. Like, it is just that nice of a coastal drive. It just amazing. I was absolutely mind blown by how great this road felt. But the thing is, though, once you finally got to the location or toward the other city area or town area, I would consider this like a city coastal type of town thingy. I guess you want to call it. It's not really like a surfer's paradise type of city like you see in FH3, but nighttime, I was legit amazed by how great this looked. As I said before in the other video, I kind of found myself looking, and when I was playing this game, I was literally just looking around more than I was actually driving, dude. Like, I'm not even kidding. When I was in this area at nighttime, seeing the lights, the buildings, and the atmosphere with the dark clouds and stuff like that, and seeing just the lighting of the map. And then the funny part is, I was literally like, wait, this game is from 2014. It looks this good with the lighting. Like, it looks better or on par with modern games. I don't even understand it. Which is kind of wild to me because you'd figure, like, playing a game that would be older probably wouldn't really make you this surprised. But no, the whole time. The whole time. But right after that, once you did end up getting to the location, the game pretty much gave me 4 races I had to do for the next championship because the showcase event I did before that did end up giving me the Ferrari challenge, which I was like, oh, that's cool. But I was like, you know what? I kind of want to use a slower vehicle and progress a little bit slower, which don't worry, I will have a video on my thoughts on the early progression, but also I have something else after that one as well. But the thing is, I was like, all right, well, I don't want to use the Ferrari. Let me do something else. I did end up going to the championship group thing. I did not even realize that you could pretty much do any of these if you want to. I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. So I did end up buying the Ford Focus ST. I was like, let me drive that thing. The races then did end up showing up in the area. So I was like, all right, dope. But you know what I have to do? Because my car is a little bit weaker, I have a little bit of money. Let me go throw some money into the car and level it up a bit. Something I love about Forza. Every single Forza I have played, I know this is probably going to sound really dumb, but something I love about it as well, right away, especially in the beginning of it, is the fact that you can buy parts for your vehicle. Now, will those parts make you broke? I mean, probably, but you know what? It'll make you faster, so you could go and race against the AI a little bit easier, especially if you're like me, you put it on highly skilled or, you know, a higher difficulty. That way you could make a bit more money. I'll go spend like $15,000 or $20,000 on some parts, or even a little bit less than that, as I really love how the parts in the game are not like $20,000 a piece. I would not like that at all. I do like the fact that it designed it this way. That way, if you want to get some parts earlier, guess what? You can. Now, I figured after my vehicle was leveled up a bit, let me go do my first race here in the Ford Focus ST and see how like a slower vehicle like this might end up driving, as I did drive the Supra, I drove the Ferrari, and I absolutely love the way even slower cars feel. Now, we all do know the Ford Focus ST is a front-wheel drive car, and I love the way this car handles. I can definitely see how they evolved handling over the years after playing Forza and going through each game. And I don't think I played a Forza so far that I did not like the handling. Like, every time I jump on, it's something I always notice so dang quick. And driving through the city at nighttime is also something I really did love. Or, like, the atmosphere of the coloring. You can see how, like, the sun's trying to come up in the back a little bit. Or, like, you know, coming down. You can see, like, the lighting of the buildings. See the detail of all of it. It's just amazing. Right after that, I was like, alright, let me do another race. And this one was also daytime in a similar area. One thing I noticed in this area very quick was, again, the lighting. I was like, all right, well, nighttime looked good, duskish looked good. Let me see how full-on daytime looked. I like the modeling of the cars in this game. The ST sounds pretty dang great. And I'm sure people are like, well, Forza Horizon car sounds are terrible. Well, I have noticed, fairly early on in the game, a lot of the cars I have driven sound pretty good. I admit, I think they all sound pretty good when you're driving through the city or like the towns and the sounds bouncing off the buildings and stuff. You kind of get like that little piece of detail. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people may not pay attention to small things like that, or they might not think about some of that. They could just be focused on like the main sound of the motor. But it's something I noticed pretty dang early on and kind of right away when I started playing this. I love like the small details like that, especially in a game that came out in 2014. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of new games nowadays are also missing some details that should probably be in there, or maybe they just don't do them as often. I have no idea. Right after that, the next race I did was the third one. This race was in the rain. Now, I'm going to say this. I have no idea if... I don't know if Forza Horizon 1 had rain. I haven't played it yet. I did see something about 2 having, like, rain effects. And for 2014, bro, I thought the rain looked absolutely amazing. It kind of brought me back to Drive Club a little bit in ways. Yeah, that was something I was thinking about. I was playing through, seeing, like, the water come off the car. Seeing the way, like, the lines of the water is on your tires and the raindrops coming down and hitting stuff. And seeing, like, the detail of it. I'm like... The rain looks amazing, and this is something I noticed maybe an hour and a half into the game. Like, I'm looking at this going, I love the rain. I want to drive in the rain more often. I want to cruise through these cities and on these roads in the rain. And most people, they don't want to drive in the rain at all, especially because it kind of messes the cars up or it makes things a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Not in this, though. Right away, I'm like, nope, give me the rain. I love how it looks. I love how the clouds look, the lighting around the sky and stuff. Seeing the rain coming down just kind of gives you, like, a unique atmosphere, I feel like. And I think if a lot of people were playing some of these games, they'd probably notice it right away as well, dude. Like, when you're seeing the heavy rain coming down in these races, the road is wet and stuff like that, I'm probably going to say that Forza Horizon 2, like, introduced the rain thing to it. Now, a lot of games kind of just had nighttime and daytime. There wasn't too much really going on and all that. What it also made me do, though, is kind of just want to drive around, grab, like, the XP boards or the fast travel boards and just mess around in the area and kind of just drive around slowly, look at the buildings, look how the rain looks when it's coming down. And it kind of makes you slow down a bit. Like, you know how most people are trying to rush through some of the games or, get through everything as quickly as possible? I don't know what it is, but Forza Horizon 2 really just made me slow down a lot, and I don't even know how to explain it. It's kind of weird. I kind of, in a way, pretty much started to drive to every single location. Like, I wasn't looking to fast travel. I wanted to go on a certain road, even if it was completely out of the way. I'm like, no, let me go that way. Let me go this route. And that was something I really felt in Forza Horizon 2. And so far, I am absolutely loving this map early on. Now, the next thing I also noticed in this game that really threw me for a loop, I was not expecting this at all, was the car meets. Now, I do know that Forza Horizon 3 had the car meets. I didn't know the car meets in Forza Horizon 2 were like this, though. We all do know Forza Horizon 6 is going to have the car meet function in there. You could buy people's cars, you could buy their liveries, right? That's all in there. What's hilarious to me is I did not even realize this, but here after the cutscene, which you guys have seen in the background, I was at a car meet. Funny part is, you can actually buy other cars in the car meet and also their tunes. And on top of that, you can also buy the liveries that are on them, which kind of made me laugh. I'm like, hey, yo, wait a second. So they're bringing this back from Horizon 2, but updating it even more and making it really unique in Forza Horizon 6. Or, changing it around a bit, which I think is really cool. I was not expecting this. Right away, I'm like, no, I'm going to go check out every car meet that I unlock in this game. I'm going to see what cars are there. So far, I think I bought maybe 3 or 4 different cars. They were very cheap. Like, one car was like $6,000. It was like an old Volkswagen. I then also did end up buying like a 370Z and stuff like that just to, get some different cars. And I figured I'm at one of these. I might as well grab one of them. That way I don't have to buy it somewhere else. I think that was like, kind of a smart thing to do. But it kind of opened me up a bit going, yo, this is in Forza Horizon 6. I like how they're bringing back this thing. This is so dope. It's kind of weird how it wasn't in any of the other Forzas besides that, but seeing that in 6 is amazing. The last thing I had to do, at least for this area of the game, was I had to drive the McLaren P1. I'm a huge fan of these cars. I love them. I was like, I can go 200 miles an hour down this stretch of highway in one of my favorite areas in the game, at least early on so far. And with that, one of the things I did want to try that I absolutely noticed and loved right off the bat in this game is the cockpit view. When I was driving the McLaren, I'm going to say something right now out of pocket. I think the cockpit view in this game is legit nicer than a lot of new games. All right, I said it, okay? I think the cockpit view in Forza Horizon 2 looks better than Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Like, when I was cruising down this highway in the McLaren P1, like, you feel connected to the car. And mind you, again, this game is old. And I was like, nope, I'm finding myself driving in cockpit view a lot more often in this game. And I could kind of see myself doing that with a lot more vehicles when I get farther into it. But the P1 in cockpit view and just flying down the highway, it's an absolute vibe. And I kind of like how the game gives you like the bucket list type of events that are like thrown in there to give you like a taste for it. You know what I'm saying? Something I really loved right off the bat. It's just amazing. Do let me know your thoughts on Forza Horizon 2 in the comments below. So far, guys, I'm not super far into the game, but I am absolutely loving this game being super early on into it. As a brand new player in 2026, I am super late to the party, but I am really glad I'm now experiencing this game. Let me know some of your favorite things you noticed in Forza Horizon 2 when you played it. I would love to know in the comments below, because I think this game really did leave a lot behind in it. And the thing I mean by that is simply down to the fact that even today there are still so many things you can love about Forza Horizon 2, which shows you how amazing this game truly was for its time back in 2014.